Alright, here we go.
Only a few founders know about this station here. It's very old and very well concealed. From what I can tell, the Dominion studied alien life here, including the Herc. We may be able to recover useful tactical data on them from the station's computers.
Okay, and what are the Dominion ships guarding the station?
They shouldn't be a problem. Take us into comms range and open a hailing frequency. I'll deal with whoever's in charge on those ships.
As you wish, Founder. Alright, let's go.
So far, so good. They're not targeting us.
I just think this ship looks pretty cool. It's like a Tholian look. Get my frigates out just in case.
You do not have authorization to enter this system first. This is unacceptable. You've shown a singular talent for annihilating the Herc. I suggest you return to that before my patience with your disobedience expires.
Founder Odo wishes to speak.
There's no need for this posturing, Founder. We're here on official business under my authority.
Odo, it seems to be a day for defiance and bad habits. You do not have the authority to grant access to this system. It is restricted to all but those of the highest level, a level you do not possess. Now then, I suggest you leave immediately.
Force on another Dominion vessel?
Fire to disable. Odo must not be harmed. Dominion forces. This is Counselor Garrick aboard the Tane. Cease hostilities. Consider that your first and only warning.
We must protect the Founder. All ships, disengage!
Impressive. An ancient research facility, and with a very important guardian as well. It appears coming in under cloak with a sound tactical precision, though we were expecting to catch any Herc off guard, not the leader of the Dominion.
The timing your arrival is acceptable. I hate when he
High
looks
praise indeed.
It's creepy.
This station must be of significant value to your rulers. The Founder was willing to fire on one of her own to protect its secrets. I'm looking forward to discovering what's inside.
Since when does the Founder stand guard duty, Odo?
She doesn't. Let's find out what she's hiding.
We don't have a lot of time. We may have held off the Founder for now, but she'll be back, and she'll bring friends. Let's get down there and find what we came here for, before every Jem'Hadar in the Quadrant shows up.
I couldn't agree more, Captain. Why don't you and the Ambassador join the away team while I remain on guard with my fleet? On any other day, I'd be the first to beam down. However, after the Karema incident, I believe both the Captain and the Ambassador need to discover the truth of this station together. Call it a trust-building exercise.
If you say so.
Captain Kira makes a good point. Let's get this over with before it gets even more complicated than it already is.
Okay, let's get my crew going. Just use the same old crew because they've been doing alright so far.
Looks like the station's running on auxiliary power. We've got life support, basic lighting, not much else. If we're gonna get anything useful out of this relic, we'll need to get the main power back online.
Stay vigilant. We have no idea what to expect here.
No kidding, Dukon. Alright, get moving. Magic hands. The magic plan.
Well done. Main power is back online. We'll be able to access other systems, including the data core. Let's find an access console and see what's in there. Hopefully the data files aren't corrupted beyond repair.
Mining laser ready to go. Gonna mine some hurt today. Seems like a good idea.
This terminal is in poor shape. None of the files are accessible. Considering their age, I'm not terribly surprised. The Founders wouldn't keep a place like this hidden to protect dust and broken files. Let's check all the data terminals and consoles in the area. That one over there looks reasonably intact.
Check it out. Oh, no, they're all over here. Okay. Terminals aren't good enough.
Research report 4121.63, Dominion Reckoning. My fellow Founders, the Mesan research station is fully operational. As we continue to add worlds to our sphere of influence, our studies of xenobiology become more important. We must know all we can of both friend and foe. We need every advantage we can find if we are to achieve true dominion. Our Premier project is underway. You'll recall the recently discovered race of tree dwellers, hunted as we once were. Genetic engineering of these solids has produced considerable results. Their intelligence has increased by a factor of 3 so far. We predict this species will be the first of many loyal servitors and vassals.
She's talking about the Vorta. The date she gave was nearly 2,000 years ago, not long after the Dominion was founded. This facility's older than we thought. Much older.
Apparently so.
Research report 4653.15, Dominion Reckoning. Our scouts have discovered an interesting species of solids at the edge of the Dominion. They are a species of sentient insectoids that live primarily underground. We may not have detected them were it not for a thorough geological scan. Initial studies have revealed that these solids are based on germanium. I've attached bioscan data we collected on them for your review. I've dispatched a research unit to study these burrows further. They may be just what we need for the military initiative.
Burrowing sentient insectoids. Germanium-based. She must be talking about the Herc. Judging by the date, the Founders made first contact with the Herc nearly 2,000 years ago.
Let's see if we can find more data.
Research report, Dominion date 7021.27. More data has arrived on the cadre species 484 designation, burrows. Their world's unusual orbital path has taken it out of the habitable zone. As a result, the burrows have retreated underground and entered a state of hibernation. While dormant, a smaller cervital race tends to the burrows. They also maintain their shared habitat and technology. I've instructed the field team to take advantage of their dormancy period, and they are now conducting aggressive studies of these intriguing solids. My team initiated first contact protocols with the borrowers prior to their mass dormancy. They found them to be friendly and intelligent, if not willful. We've identified a common element in their food supply. Manipulation of this element may prove useful in subjugating them.
That does not sound like a good idea.
Unbelievable. It sounds like the Founders made first contact with the Herc in order to find a way to conquer them. It's like Quark says, the bigger the smile, the sharper the knife.
That sounds about right. Okay, this computer's on the lower floor here. I think. There it is. Right in the corner.
Research Report 7903.01, Dominion Reckoning. Cadre Species 468, designation Jem'Hadar, is a massive success. They will be the strong arm of our Dominion, guided by our cunning, brilliant Vorta. The toil of these vassals will allow us to spend more time in the link with those we hold most dear.
She sounds so proud.
The birth of the Jem'Hadar, as seen through a founder's eyes. Interesting. No mention of the Herc, however. Their designation number was lower than ours. They were our predecessors. Perhaps something went wrong? Something that led the founders to reject and abandon them for a different species. Us.
Alright, let's find out.
Research Report Dominion Date 8183.67. The Burrowers have emerged once again, and in a hostile state. They have taken to the stars, moving from sector to sector, attacking anyone that crosses their path. Their goal is not one of conquest, but of consumption. They leave nothing but dead worlds in their wake. Though we do not understand their newfound savage.
Okay, now that's reconnected. Oh, we got two computer consoles in there. Okay.
Research Report 8532.38. Our scouts have returned from a wormhole expedition. The solid races on the other side are primitive and unremarkable, save for one. They are called Klingons, and show a singular talent for violence, one that rivals our own Jem'Hadar. Left unchecked, these savage creatures could become dangerous enemies. While the Klingons are too willful to subjugate, their genetic material could produce viable cohorts to the Jem'Hadar, or their replacements. We have begun development of a new cadre species, designation Fakiri, using demons from Klingon folklore for inspiration. As with Jem'Hadar, we have bound them to our service with the White. We will test them in combat on the Klingons themselves. Research Report Supplemental Entry 8671.71, Dominion Reckoning. Somehow the Fakari have broken the hold of the White and turned on their rightful masters. Most of our research team were killed. Intelligence reports suggest a union between the Fakari and a Klingon warlord known as Mullah. Perhaps this will lead to a state of mutually assured destruction on Kronos. One can only hope.
Founders made the Fakiri.
So it would seem. Only they lost control of them, despite the use of Ketracel White. Based on what we know about Fakiri, it seems the price they paid for their freedom was insanity. They became the monsters they were based on.
Unfortunately for all concerned.
Learning about these Fakiri has given me much to consider. They defied their gods and rejected the White. They were strong, but not strong enough. I can't help but wonder, could the Jem'Hadar succeed where the Fakiri failed? Do we have the strength of body and mind to stand apart from the gods? An interesting question for a later time. For now, there is only duty to the founders.
Victory's life, Elder, first. Let's go to the other company. Let me see. There we go.
Research Report 9076.23. Final entry. I am weary. Soon I'll return to the Great Link, and I will be glad to be rid of this place. The borrowers have emerged again. We can barely control them this time. The Jem'Hadar were able to divert their onslaught at great cost. Rather than counterattack, they went through the wormhole to seek easier prey. Our agents in the other quadrants report that the burrow assault was a sweeping one, going as far as Kronos. Hopefully they'll devour every atom of that wretched planet. The burrowers will eventually return to dormancy. Strangely, it appears that some of their forces intend on remaining in the other quadrants. It seems they have a long-term goal. Galactic devastation.
They steered the Herc into other quadrants?
Yes, they knew the Herc problem was getting worse even then. Instead of preparing or seeking allies, they expanded the Dominion. And when the Herc re-emerged, they tried to deal with it on their own, and failed. Their arrogance may lead to the end of the Dominion. We need to get this data to the Alliance, all of it, even the damaged and corrupted files. There has to be information we can use in here.
Agreed.
I'm picking up something on my tricorder. There was a massive power spike on a lower deck, and now I'm reading a large number of systems cycling up. Something's happening down
You should
there.
investigate this.
Agreed. Take your team and Captain Kira down to investigate. I'll remain here and pull as much of the data as possible. We won't get another chance at this.
It won't be gone long. Onward.
We must be close to the core. Hope we don't have to leave in a hurry. There's no way our ships can lock onto us down here with transporters.
Not an optimal exit strategy.
Tell me about it. Let's stay focused on the mission. Now that we're closer to the signal, I'm getting better readings on my tricorder. I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure everything that came online down here has some sort of medical purpose.
Is there something else on your mind?
I'm still uncertain about Odo. I need to be sure he's still not a part of all
What are your
this.
concerns, Captain?
The Odo I knew wouldn't have risked Bajor like that. This Odo seems arrogant and reckless, even dangerous.
We'll keep an eye on him after we regroup. It's been hard to do it before, you know, because we're not there. Ooh, Fakiri. They still look like assholes. Where are they hiding? Oh, now I can examine them, huh?
Well, that answers one question. These are medical stasis pods. Judging by what we heard upstairs, I think the occupants are Fakiri.
Bad news.
It gets worse. I'm picking up life signs ahead. I'll bet some of the stasis pods down here have opened. From what we know about the Fakiri, they probably won't be happy to
Ready
see
weapons,
us.
stay alert.
Worf and Martok need to see this.
Draw! It's a red door, that means it won't open. Where are they at? Get out of my way, table.
I'm picking up traces of Ketracel white in these tanks. The Dominion probably manufactured it here to keep the Fakiri in line, and took it with them when they left the facility. So, we have a station full of angry Fakiri with no way to pacify them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We don't want to stay in one place. I'll let the Fakiri sneak up and peck you upside the butt. I'll do it too.
We've got company, and they don't look friendly. We're lucky there were only a few of them. I don't want to be around if all of these Fakiri wake up.
Keeps crashing.
Let's see if we...
And that's only until I complete the Gamma Quadrant missions. Then I'm probably going to switch to something else.
Well, I told you, maybe you need to re-download the OBS, because, turns out there's a new update.
By the
Watching
prophets.
this up in the corner.
Oh, no, looking. I'm killing.
Hold on.
Fool.
Hold on.
Cutting time. Hot and lazy.
More incoming. We need an exit plan. Fast.
What is punk back there? Yes? Yeah!
You've got
Damn it.
20, 21, yeah, it's up to 22. Your secondary option.
Odo Takira, we're on our way to assist you.
No, I'm streaming. Actually, I might stream. I'm going to do the Gamma Quadrant missions, but then I think I'll try to stream the movies.
What do you mean streaming movies?
The game movies.
Oh, well that's what it's called?
Yes. It's glorious. I'll probably play it and Neverwinter Nights more if they weren't such pains in my ass.
Teresa, are you...
I'll manage. Let's get out of here while we can.
Victory is life.
So is Roctagino, but I don't say it every 5 seconds.
Got it. Let me do it with the camera.
Here, kill him. Assault thrower. I'll get back and wear this guy's ass.
There you go.
As the gods demand. Look even more like a goober. Okay, which way do I go now? Do I go up? How do I go up? Let's go up.
Yeah, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think anyone cares about what your quick buttons are of attack. And that's something that I'm pretty sure that every single player has on their freaking screen. That probably the exact same order.
Yeah! Well, let me guess, they're all on the lower floor. Oh, no.
I think we've worn out our welcome. Garrick informs me that a number of unidentified vessels are emerging from hidden bays throughout the station. To make matters worse, the Herc have arrived. They're beginning to assault the station as we speak, and I don't need to tell you how that will end. It's time to leave.
Let's head back up, then. I don't want to head back up. I want to go down. Oh, we should blow this whole facility to the up into space bits. What are you doing? Leave it alone, goon.
Well, it's having a bot say, hey, don't let this guy do an air permits.
Yeah, but it's my stream.
No, but apparently it's...
I turned that off earlier.
Looks like the Herc followed us down here.
It's the Herc! Get him! See, now I can use my mining laser on an actual metal. Because they got germanium in their faces. Ow. Get the overseer! He's out of potions of feed! There we go.
Keep moving. We're almost there.
Your ass! Get him!
Odo, look out!
Oh, I thought they took all the catch cell white. But look, now he's green. Green is good.
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
You might be right. Listen.
That guy's an asshole.
Are you insane?
Who's gonna whip his ass? Away you piece of shit. You are shit, sir.
I'm relieved to see you.
It's under control, you
Odo
cunt.
wasn't in any danger, Wayun.
Fuck.
That Herc was peaceful. It was
That's your opinion.
My opinion is that Jungle will snatch your bald head
by a member of an aggressive species.
Snatch your ass bald head. You don't. I'm not even gonna finish you. You don't get to finish what you're saying. We'll switch my Jumbo rifle because why the heck not? Nothing leaves here alive! Yeah, don't the freaking Vakiak's hiding in the corner like a pansy. Get my assault drone. Let's get out of this corner and start lighting them up. Is there anything else left? Oh good, nothing else left to kill. We are doing the gods' work this day.
Once we return to the upper levels, we will be able to beam up and leave this place. Are you ready to return?
Why are you even asking, Dukon? Come on, you're supposed to be the elder first. You're supposed to be smarter than that. Don't ask, just do.
Glad you could join
the Fakiri. Yeah,
I remember Mr. Ward mentioning the Fakiri once. Beginning to see why.
Let's put my new, somewhat upgraded ship to work here. I haven't quite got the full car set yet, but I'm making decent progress.
These Fakiri ships are tough range.
Looks pretty legit here, pretty solid. All the advanced frigate out. Chuck some mines, because why the heck not? I mean, what else are they going to do? Just sit there and do nothing? Not on my watch. Starfleet battle carrier, get it! It wants a piece, and I got the piece for it. Mines. Ooh, red tide dreadnought looks pretty baller. I want one of those. Look at that. That ship design don't make no sense, but I still want it. Look at that. It's too bad I have to light it up. And drop my goodness, look at that. It's like they took like one of the regular ships and just put a freaking tower on top of it. Now, we don't care if it works, right? We're just getting over it, you know? I can just pop that. There we go, fired somebody. Hopefully we'll get some decent use out of those cascading beam banks I got on the front here. Delete. There's a Starfleet battle carrier. Like the bomb carrier, but in a different way. It's different. Still haven't managed to take out the freaking stuff yet. Franchise, frick, dang it, get it. I got Trig's phaser torpedoes for now. That's just so I can get used to the idea of torpedoes. Fire. One of them would be the kill. What do you think about trying to tell me to hurt?
Reading a massive Herc fleet dropping out of warp.
Okay, let's light them up.
Just as the Fakiri are warping them.
Fakiri pumps.
Looks like the Fakiri are pursuing the better part of valor.
I don't care about you.
That was a strange revelation. We've learned we weren't the first soldiers of the Founders, but the first that did not fail. And some of their other attempts remain insane and wild, like rabid animals. I have seen what happens to Jemadar without Ketracel White. How far are we from becoming like the Fakiri? How far are we from madness? And who will follow us when we fall from grace?
That will not happen on it first.
Perhaps. There is a saying, It is the hope of all parents that their children will surpass them. As children of the Founders, we can never aspire to be gods. But perhaps someday we can be more than our creators imagined. More than just warriors.
So, Elder.
The Herc seem to be distracted. There's something about the station that's holding their attention. We might be able to take advantage of this.
Are you suggesting we attack? While it's true, we have the advantage, for now. I don't think we'll hold it for long.
You are wasting time.
We start blowing them apart. We have what we came for. If the Herc want to gnaw on an asteroid while we make a hasty exit, I believe we should let them enjoy their meal in peace.
Very well. We'll deal with the Herc later. For now, let's get back so we can analyze the research data we found.
System. A new Tholian-esque Vorgon vessel.
You are wasting time. We should leave.
Kinda. Mommy had to establish a secondary camera because my primary camera is a piece of shit.
Hey, yes.
I know it failed me, boo.
Our findings today are disturbing. The Fakiri. They were our predecessors.
Exactly, boo.
Somehow they rebelled against the Founders and freed themselves from the White.
Didn't break it.
Though it seems to have driven them mad in the process. Something was happening with that strange Herc as well. It may have been trying to communicate. Perhaps it wanted to surrender. We'll never know. The Vorta made sure of that. Typical. One thing is certain. The Founders won't forget the act of defiance from the Alliance here today. You and I both know their retribution can be sudden and severe.
Founders are pansies.
Be on guard. Our uneasy peace with the Alliance could collapse all too soon.
Ooh, Fakiri Chaos Blaze. What's that? Okay, you know what? That sounds cool. I'll get that for my character. I could replace that damn mine kit piece that they gave me at the beginning. I don't use mines. Mines are not the way of the warrior. Alright, here we go. So now what's our next missions? Gamma Quadrant. We are oh shit, this is the best mission. Yeah, we're gonna play this mission. This is my favorite.
Apologies for the quality of the transmission. I'm contacting you on an encrypted frequency. I'm working on an important covert mission, and I could use your assistance. I can't go into the details of the comms, but you should know, if we pull this off, it could change the course of the Herc conflict in our favor. Meet with me on Deep Space 9 to go over the details. Come along. I've been asked to keep the details of the mission on a need-to-know basis, and right now, only you and I need to know.
Okay, this sounds like a party. Quark's Lucky 7.
Yep, that's the lights are in.
Alright, let's go to Deep Space 9. I think my ship looks pretty cool either with my tiger print or with the Tholian look.
Straight camouflage?
No.
Day 2, that's spinning stop.
Well, usually I go about a week without spinning a stop, so you're still doing better than I am.
Doesn't matter, after one day it goes back to 0.
Huh?
Doesn't matter, after one day it goes back to 0.
Okay. Yeah. Too bad the console version doesn't have a balance option. That'd be so nice. I'm streaming, goon.
I only like that once.
Okay, what is this? Okay, so I got SIF burst. I'm using that. I got Command Freak Tweet and improved going the extra mile. I really need to work on some of my other tier 6 vessels so I can get some more abilities. We got the Gamer Recruit. Because fuck yeah. Got 9 points in specialization now. Okay, Clerical work is more primary. Gonna build up constable. I don't care if we don't have clearance. I said wormhole, not the edge of space. My crew's lost their minds. There we go. So my command officer is my secondary. Constable, commando. I'll be my active secondary. Oh, that's armor penetration. That's not too shabby. Should help. Alright, now we're going to do Quark's Lucky 7, which is the greatest of all the missions in this game. I don't care what anybody says. It's so awesome. We're getting Quark's Lucky 7. Woo! Alright, come on, load up. Oh, 8 days later.
Absolutely not. This is your worst idea yet.
Do I need to remind you of the unwritten rule of acquisition, brother?
Rule 0. What the Nagus wants, we acquire. Why me? Get an eliminator to do it. Get 50. You can afford it.
You have connections with the Klingons. That and you're Rom's second most trusted for radio.
Only his second.
What? Who's first? Nog?
Probably Nog.
No. Moogie.
Screw Moogie.
Fine. Send her then.
But brother, you did such a great job of rescuing her before.
I also told your son to shoot me if I ever thought of doing something like that again.
That's right, you did. Well, don't worry, he won't.
That's not what I'm worried about.
Of course,
we need this, brother. We can't hold off the Herc forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
Insanity! You don't even know where the Iconian fleet is, Rom.
I don't. But Starfleet intelligence monitors all major threats, including the Iconians.
Starfleet isn't in the habit of sharing classified data.
If we can get access to a security console, we can extract the data. We'll need to keep the security officer on duty occupied.
Leave that to me, husband.
Hold up. Next day, okay.
All right, leader. The security officer on duty is a creature of habit. Comes in on her break every day without fail. Your job is to keep her occupied so Rom can get what we need from the security console. Do what you need to do. Smile, laugh at her jokes, whatever it takes. Put those feminine wiles of yours to good use.
An enemy from Dick Tracy.
I guess so.
He does.
Really, Quark? I'm not here to seduce your customers. You and I both know there's more than one way to work a mark.
Whatever you say. Just don't mess it up.
Quark will headbutt the shit out of
She'll
you.
be here any minute now.
He's got the lobes for the job.
You worry too much, Quark. I got this.
Oh, she can't duck, huh? Too cool.
Woo! It's your lucky day, officer. You're the 10 millionth customer here at Quark's. Congratulations! You've just won a free drink and a free spin at the Davo table. Quark, why don't you pour the lucky winner a drink? What'll it be, Constable?
Oh, thanks. I'll take an iced Dractigino. I'm on duty. I can't stay too long, but I suppose I have enough time for a spin at the table. Lead the way.
Serve the beverage.
Quark, will you turn that hollow me off, please? It's creeping me out.
Be thankful it's not the Hollow Leader from the Terran Empire.
This is why I like the Hollow Leader. She doesn't complain as much as the original. There. Happy?
Yay!
The free drink will get her to relax.
Oh my god.
And then some Dabo to keep her busy. One loss to remove suspicion.
Oh, so the gods are on your side. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, looks like my luck's run out. Oh well.
Hold up, soldier.
Oh, don't be so hasty, friend. The law of averages is on your side here. Trust me. Have another spin on the house. What have you got to lose?
Okay, you've convinced me.
Whatever, I mean, I'm just in charge of security for
Why
the whole station.
And then a victory to reel her in.
She will be spanked.
Dabo!
Nicely done. Those winnings are coming out of your cut, though.
Damn it, Grand Nagus, quit humping the air! What's wrong with you?
Good. The guard's distracted. Time to go to work.
Yeah, there's nothing suspicious about a guy carrying a golden head on a stick. That's perfectly normal. Just good old time in deep space.
This is the most secret maintenance panel. Chief O'Brien needed me to fix it once.
Grand Nagus better not have stolen my damn Polaron rifle. Okay, blue, green, and white. Okay, so we go there. Yeah.
Once I'm in, I can install a back door. Then we can access the system from the console at Quark's.
Huh, we got one right. Yay. Okay, 2, 4. Brute force code. There we go.
She's heading back, Rom. Get out of there!
There we go.
Relax, everyone. It's done. I'm on my way back.
Try not to look conspicuous.
I mean,
or
he's
guilty.
got a Polaron, a Jem'Hadar Polaron rifle on his back. He stole from me. But yeah, my stick ain't no good.
Can't believe you pulled that off. Being the Nagus hasn't made you go soft between the
He's
gloves.
softer than he already was, anyway.
Let's figure this out before security gets wise. Use the console behind the bar and find out what you can about the Iconians. Oh, and while you're at it, look for any other useful information in there, too. Some of it could be valuable, you know.
Relax, brother. I'll have these files cracked in no time. Starfleet encryption is good, but it's nothing compared to what we use in the Commerce Authority. That's actually difficult.
Counter trying to take me out. Board.
Intelligence officers
Board
log
here.
Stardate 87961.3. Intermittent Borg activity in the quadrant. We've been able to track a Unimatrix vessel, and our countermeasures are keeping its fleet at bay. The recent escalation of the Herc conflict is straining the number of resources available for Borg surveillance.
I wonder if the Herc are beating up on the Borg, too. I would think so.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87983.1. Breen forces continue to harass the Deferi, though hostilities have not intensified as of late. The Breen have made no overtures toward the Dominion since their recent return to the Alpha Quadrant. Looks like the honeymoon might be over at last.
Eerie.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88139.9. A large Vakiri fleet has been spotted in transit to the Gamma Quadrant. Analysis of their course suggests they're heading toward the renegade Iconian fleet. Interesting. If the two of them manage to eliminate each other, well, that'll be 2 less headaches to keep me up at night. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89001.7. Major Herc activity throughout the 4 quadrants. As expected, Alliance forces are spread thin in attempts to protect critical sites in their own territory, as well as within the Dominion. The Klingons continue to stay out of it, with the exception of a token force of volunteers. Efforts to enlist the full aid of the Empire to date have faltered. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88039.8. Taket's fleet is currently in the Phoeban sector, moving through deep space. She's keeping a low profile for the most part, avoiding conflict with both the Dominion and the Herc. Anything foolish enough to get in her sights doesn't live long enough to regret it, however. The wreckage of a Gamma pirate flotilla
freaking
will testify to that.
they'll light them up. That ain't no good.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 87997.9. I can't help but be impressed by the Nakul. Their star is all but dead, their world's an ice ball, and they refuse to leave. They defend that ice ball against all comers, even the Herc. Every Nakul big enough to carry a phaser fought, and they actually won. And I thought Tellarites were stubborn. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 88006.2. There have been some recent Terran incursions from the Badlands, but nothing overly organized. As of now, there hasn't been any sight of Admiral Lena since her attack on DS9. Perhaps she has finally given up. One can only hope. Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate 89101.1. Tholian web technology has worked well against the Herc so far. They ensnared 70% of a Herc fleet shortly after it dropped out of warp. The rest of the fight was brief and one-sided. At least Tholian xenophobia is consistent. Our attempts to negotiate for web technology have been completely ignored.
Fuck all y'all.
Intelligence Officer's Log, Stardate
acquisition number 74.
Getting a lot of disturbing reports from Zenkethi space lately. Whispers of corruption in the highest ranks and talks of a coup are in the air on Zenketh. The Autarch's days might be numbered after his crusade failed, though the arrival of the Herc has kept him on the throne.
He gonna be dead soon, I bet. He gonna be dead.
All right, Rom, a deal is a deal. You found the Iconian, so I guess it's my turn now. Time to put the team together.
Yeah, it is. 1 week later.
And that's the job. Confront.
Where's Gala?
Really? He shot the hostage last time. He's not invited.
Brunt, your database skills should help us locate the package.
Always happy to help, Grand Nagus. Retreat.
Still a master of Rule 33. Aren't you, Brunt?
It never hurts to suck up to the boss.
Of course. I presume you'll need my ship again, yes?
Not this time. We'll need a ship that can fight, just in case.
And we'll have it, thanks to our friend here.
He's like, what
Good.
am I looking at
Everyone's here. Also, full consortium.
The table's rigged. I'm sure of it.
More consortium, motherfuckers! Yeah! Load the Iconian fleet. I'm pretty sure the other
I acquired from my cousin Gala is working like a charm, keep an eye on it.
But isn't Gallius the one that shot the hostage? Why would we trust a cloaking device from her?
Looks like they're busy trying to blow each other to bits out there. Let's use that to our advantage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Iconians will win.
See those Iconian sentry probes? They use those to detect cloaked ships. So, you'll want to disable them before we move much closer. This cloak is good, but it's not.
It's not a Romulan cloak.
Getting in.
They got the good shit.
We're cloaked and unexpected.
That's good. Nice and close. There's one sentry probe down. Okay, let's take a look at this wreckage for a moment while I'm coming back around here. Is that Valkyrie? Or is that Iconian wreckage? I can't frickin' tell. Could be either.
We're too close! They can see us! Get back!
No, because I took out both their probes, fool.
Well,
that should be enough to get to the flagship undetected.
Now. It worked. If you'll be so kind as to fly us behind that massive Iconian ship.
Yeah, that should be easy too. Let's go over there. I don't like Taquette anyway. She's an asshole. In the neck. The other Iconians are okay though. I hope to see more stuff with the Iconians in the future.
Almost there. Just take it nice and easy.
Valkyrie over there. Got some Iconians over here. I'm just going to assume the Valkyrie are idiots. That seems very likely because they're, you know, fighting an Iconian dreadnought. This thing right here that looks freaking baller. It'll blow up the planet, by the way. If anybody forgot about that, I haven't. Good luck. Get off my ship. You got some good stuff to do, son.
Terrifying.
Oh, so they got a Ferengi shuttle. Kind of crappy.
Nog, you're our engineer.
Aro'nonkorr, quit standing on the table. What the heck?
It'll be up to you to disable the security
system. You too, Grand Nagus. Quit standing on the table.
I'm familiar with their tech from the war.
They're trying to cheat at the game. That ain't no good.
I won't let you down, Father. Evade.
I don't think he knows what that means, but we'll go with it.
We're up first, Nog. We need to lower the local security so Brunt and Lek can do their job.
No problem. I memorized the schematics for this vessel on the way here. There are engineering consoles we can use for that nearby.
Where the heck are they going to get freaking console with data plans for this thing?
Head left
I'm
here,
almost positive the Iconians didn't give them any of that, and if you're fighting the Iconians, you ain't got time to do that kind of a scan.
I've studied Iconian systems. I can unlock these doors.
Power to shields.
Good. We'll have to disable security and engineering, though.
Nog, you do not have my gear, son. Oh, now it looks like he does.
If I send in the appropriate signals to the door.
Let's try 0. He's trying to calculate because I'm a cheating son of a crap.
And Heralds! Don't worry, I can handle them.
Yeah, of course you know not freaking Quark ain't gonna do it. I think he just has like a stunning phaser pistol. Pretty crap. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's a... Quark, quit screaming like a bitch. How are you gonna get the Aro'nonkorr screaming like that? You're not. I think I keep getting people coming in, but they're like, oh, it's just this, and then they just bug out. I'm like, whatever, what else did I expect, really? Get a pork, line them up. That's how you earn your place in Aro'nonkorr.
Hold on, Uncle.
Something's
coming.
Oh, it can see your head!
That looks like more than we can handle. Let Lek take care of it. He'll probably enjoy it.
Think I can lock the door behind once it's gone.
It's just listening to them right now. It's
Do
just
that.
standing there like,
Quickly.
yeah, I'm just gonna go this way.
Head right here.
Oh, if I can get... There we go. Hold up. 25. Second digit. Let's go. 2. First digit. 1. Fourth digit. 1. Oh, I actually figured it out. Nice. Hey, stay out there. Aro'nonkorr! It's time to earn your cut, son!
We've made it. This is main engineering.
It's a throw! I see. Teleport. Okay, there we go. Let's override some consoles. As you do.
Security's offline. We're good to go.
Can we drop their rear shield for a moment?
From the other console? Why?
Don't question. He's got a good idea coming up.
You'll see.
It's got fun.
What's that, Uncle?
Fun.
Call it an insurance.
Don't question it. It's fun.
Lek, how do you feel about Iconian heralds?
Very dangerous. I look forward to shooting some. Sell at 250? Buy at 100.
You'll get your chance, clearing the path for Quark and Knock.
The riskier the road, the greater the profit. I'm in.
Yeah, he's just gonna walk around like a pansy.
Lek, Brunt, you're on.
You'll have to tell him twice.
Brunt, XCA. I'm on my way.
The hunt is on.
Good lord, what kind of gun does he have? I want Lex weaponry. It takes twice as long for that with me with a fully kitted out crew. Here he comes in, he throws a little grenade at him and then just pops him off with a few good shots. I want that gun. I'm gonna call it the fun gun.
It's looking this way between patrol points. I should be able to sneak up on it if I duck behind the walls.
What the hell am I doing?
Ooh, they fight back. Good.
Nice.
Shield losing power. Limit. I bet I can make that
Here comes some more fun. I don't know how you could manage to work that, but okay. But technically, aren't they energy beings? So technically, you would think they'd be alright.
Not the explosion I was looking for. But it'll do.
I mean, it got the job done. You should be good.
I found the package. The Iconian keeps it on display in what looks like a trophy room. And here I thought they were above such basic behavior. I've analyzed their patrol patterns, Lek. You'll need a clear path for Quark and Nog. I trust you'll keep the guards in that area occupied for a suitable period of time.
He thinks too highly of himself.
Testing my skills against Iconians? This is worth more than latinum to me. Don't get your lobes bunched, Brunt. I'll clear the path for the others by any means necessary.
We got the hard guy on our side. Guess we go this way. Do anything with this floaty ball? Nothing. It's just there to distract us, I guess. Keep us from our goal of slaughter. Okay, there we go.
More enemies to the left, and another console.
Yeah, they didn't. They surely could have seen me. Yeah! Freaking light show. That's what I like to see.
What? Still no explosion? Ugh,
it was still shiny, so you're fine. That's what I say. Oh, one of those things again.
If I make some noise, the big one will come to
investigate. What the hell?
This isn't work. This is fun.
Okay, I want Lek's weaponry because apparently it's working really, really good. What the heck? Cessna Harbinger of Ticket. That sounds like a plan to me.
If I overload those conduits,
let's let this guy up here.
Make a big explosion. Doesn't anything blow up around here?
You just threw a photon grenade at people. Of course that blew up.
Look the path is clear.
I'm detecting some nearby patrols.
Oh my god!
I want to see if I can cause a distraction. Hold on.
So I do gotta go through this here. Right in front of the Bew cannon. Don't know why they have Bew cannons there, but yeah, they're Iconians. You never know what they're gonna do. Okay, no guards over here. Very good. Good night. Throw some knives. Let's go over here. Come on. Here's a side room.
If I blow up that console, it'll cause a nice distraction.
Yes, it will.
Nog, how do I overload these ridiculous Iconian consoles?
Easy. First you need to... Wait. How are you at trinary conversions?
Never mind. I have a workaround.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Doesn't even look at the explosion, just walks off looking away like a hard guy.
You'll crack the safe. Once Brunt finds it, that is.
Nice of you to give me the easy job, Rom.
By that point, Lek will have eliminated their guards.
We're talking about Iconians here.
That gate technology.
I'll be with you, Uncle. You'll be fine.
Yeah, then he dies 2 seconds later.
So much better now.
So give him a nice present. I don't think the Iconians will be too hard on him.
Time for me to earn my share. Watch and learn.
Don't worry, Uncle. I've got your back.
Yeah. Lord, quit screaming. Make yourself look like a pansy. Is that really what you want? Oh, maybe that's what he wants. Taking him out like a boss, you're just all. Aah! Let's get in here. Shoot him in the giblets! The giblets! Okay, so I got good luck for 1 hour. Yay!
You know, you were supposed to shoot me if I got pulled into another one of these.
I thought you meant rescue operations. I can shoot you later if you like.
No, it just wouldn't be the same.
It just wouldn't be the same.
Ha! I'm impressed!
That's one word for it.
Lek takes his job seriously. That's what I like to see. Probably should avoid that side room, though, just in case. Okay, so go this way. Okay, here we go.
You left some guard in the trophy room.
It's okay, Uncle.
Good, Uncle. Good
we can handle them.
All right, now let's find the package. It has to be in one of the display cases around the room.
That's one thing, Colin.
Interesting. I read about these at the Academy. Something called NASA sent them out on crewed space probes centuries ago to initiate first contact with alien life. I believe this contains audio files, animal sounds, music, language samples. My Earth history instructor would love to get her hands on this. We should, acquire it if we have the time.
Mind on the mission, Nog. I'd say fuck that, was still everything.
Uncle, that looks like Captain Sisko's baseball. You don't think it's his, do you? I thought Jake took it with him.
Do you remember when Sisko made us play baseball against the Vulcans? Mom wouldn't stop talking about it for weeks. Put a bunch of money into that new Interstellar League, too. Still can't believe he bought a professional team. The Ferenginar Liquidators. They're terrible. Got beat by the Cation Claws by a score of 18-4, and they were cheating!
You know, I always told the top brass at the Corps of Engineers that making the party poppers look like weapons was a bad idea. Any officer who uses one of those instead of a real weapon is in for a bad day. I suspect that's how Taket got her hand on one of these balloons.
And that's why she lost her other one. I wish I had a party popper that shot a freaking Burrell Bird of Prey type balloon like that.
That's a bottle of prune juice. I'd recognize that color anywhere. Worf constantly demanded I have a bottle on hand at the bar. A warrior's drink, he called it. More like a torture drink. I tried some once. Let's just say that it was not a pleasant digestive experience.
Cleared him out good, I guess.
Seeing these reminds me of the Dominion War. A lot of those were sent back home to loved ones. Starfleet, the Klingons, the Romulans, they all have their different rituals. Even the enemy cared for their dead.
And they say you don't have a heart.
All right.
It's too bad we don't have enough time to steal these and sell them back to the people who want them. 34th rule of acquisition, Nog. War is good for business.
What we got here?
I've seen these statues on New Romulus. They were made by the Daewons, a servitor race of the Iconians. Not sure why Taket would keep one of these on display. Maybe it's of a sentimental value to her, even if that's possible.
It's not.
Looks like a secure treasure box.
Yeah, me without a freaking
what's inside. It could be practically anything. Leave it to an Iconian to lock up a box of valuables and hoard it away.
Well, not everyone is as good at opening locks as you, Uncle. Most people would need the appropriate key.
Yeah, I need keys. But look, there's a floor trophy we can't use anymore because they didn't let us actually walk around our starships anymore.
That's a lot of latinum. Impressive. I could buy a Starliner with that and have enough left to buy a condo on Ryza. Probably not beachfront, but it'd be nice. It's FCA graded, too. She must have gotten it from a Ferengi. Oh, tough break. Seems only fitting that we acquire it.
Nog acquire the disc. You don't get all the
Mind on the mission. Stop looking at me like that.
Well, keep looking at him like that. That's what he gets. Well, this is creepy.
Is that part of an Iconian? Why would Tiket keep a severed body part?
Glue it back on. It'll be fine.
Tiket lost her arm when she fought Kahless during the war. She's keeping it as a trophy or maybe a reminder of one of her few failures. I knew she was intense, but this is pretty ridiculous.
No comment. Yeah, that's probably smart. Oh, I thought somebody was actually watching. Fuck you, freaking dehydrate bot or whatever.
Amazing! That's a singularity. Tiket must have taken it from a Romulan warbird. You could say it was the heart of that ship. Must have been a memorable opponent for her to keep that on display like this.
She keeps a black hole, huh? I don't know, that is pretty hardcore, taking a singularity out of a Romulan ship and then just putting it into a bubble. It's pretty metal. Oh, and here's what we're looking for.
Package located. The Sword of Kahless. Now, we need to retrieve it.
I want a trophy room just like this.
I can use this to bring the package from its display globe. I need to use the right frequencies, though. Enter the wrong one, and every alarm around will go off. The frequencies change periodically.
I can just scan the machine for you. Should be easy enough to get the...
You, of all people, should know that Federation tricorders record whatever they scan. Never leave a data trail. We'll do this the Ferengi way.
You tell them. Wait, higher? There we go. Nailed it. Give me that sword.
Rule 7. Keep your ears open and your eyes on the mark.
Yeah, don't want to get sloppy. You'll have to have an Iconian trying to take you out. That's no fun. Unless you're Lek. If you're Lek, then it's fun as crap. That's beside the point. Here's Brunt. He looks like an asshole.
That's far enough.
Shoot him! Oh, that's bullcrap. I'd have took him out.
Well done, Quark.
You wouldn't dare.
Are you out of your mind? Have you forgotten who Nog and I are related to? No payout is worth what will happen to you if you do this. Wrong. We'll have every Eliminator, Bounty Hunter, and Pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for you.
How did Lek put it? Oh, yes. The riskier the road, the greater the profit. Wise words indeed. The payout from this job will provide me with more than enough latinum to remove your idiot brother and take my rightful place as the Grand Nagus. I'm willing to give you a sporting chance, however. Hand over the package. You might be able to flee before that very angry Iconian arrives.
Have it your way, Brunt. You're dumber than you look. If you think the crew of our ride won't be suspicious when you come back without us. They'll probably throw you in the brig on general principle. I know I would.
Ah, but I won't be traveling with them, Quark. I've made other travel arrangements. Time's up. Hand it over, or prepare to meet the blessed exchequer. Ha! I'd pay a lot to witness that audit. Might even be worth dying for, just to hear you scream on your way to the vault of eternal destitution.
The vault of eternal destitution. Hit with a sword. I think Quark could take him.
Goodbye, Quark. At last, goodbye.
Oh shoot. Yeah, just stand there. That's okay. She can't see you if you don't move.
Now!
A force field? It will not stop me, Ferengi.
Look a little closer. That's a chronoton field. You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt.
She's an energy beam. Just attach the arm and reignite it. It should be fine.
People, your call.
Very well. Speak.
Taket is not happy.
Your crimes are numerous. You breached my security, damaged my vessel, killed members of my crew, violated my sanctum, and stolen something very precious to me. Each is punishable by death. Tell me, why should I purge you like the odious vermin you are?
Steal me?
That's where you're wrong. I don't have anything of yours on me. Run a scan if you don't believe me. If anything, I was trying to stop the lunatic that did steal from you. I may be odious vermin, but I'm not stupid. Look, we should be working together to stop our mutual enemy instead of wasting time with this argument.
There will be plenty of time to eliminate each and every one of you filthy creatures. That field of yours will drop eventually, and then you will die. Your cohort will be tracked and ultimately killed. I will have my vengeance on you all soon enough.
Good boy.
You're not entirely wrong, but I think you're going to have a much bigger problem to deal with in the very near future. Any moment now. Remember this? A little something we picked up on Karema. Keep it on your ship and beam it to our location when we give you the signal.
Oh, that's why he beamed in.
What's that, Uncle?
Call it an insurance policy.
Horrible.
You might make it through, but it's definitely gonna hurt. A lot. Or we can talk like sensible, intelligent people. Your call.
Explain yourself. Speak what you still can, Ferengi.
They're called Herc. Maybe you've heard of them. Real nasty dispositions. Eat everything they come across, and now they've come across your fleet. You Iconians are tough, but you're not invincible. Against the Fakiri and the Herc, here's how this is going to work. You're going to let us go, and in return, I'll disable the device that's bringing every Herc in the quadrant here to chew on your ship. We'll go our way, you'll go yours. Otherwise, we'll wait and see what happens first. My field drops, or you and your ship become the main course at the Herc buffet.
I agree to your terms.
Right. Then we have a deal. We'll be on our way then. I'll take care of your Herc problem once I've made it to a safe distance.
I'm wondering if I can live with I'll make my channel.
We probably ain't gonna be deactivating nothing now.
What are we waiting for? Run! Run! We're almost there.
Quark to Modron. Is the package secured?
Margarine here.
Oh, that
You'll be happy to know the package is safe and sound. I beamed it to your ship a few minutes ago. I'm afraid Brunt is a little bruised, but these things happen. I'll keep him nice and sedated until we get back to the Alpha Quadrant. And Quark, be sure to let the Nagus know I held up my end of the bargain. Won't you?
I'll be sure to let him know, Modron. Quark out. Always have a backup plan, Nog. Especially when dealing with snakes like Brunt. Let's go.
And look! The shuttle's right where we left it! Things are looking up for a change!
Let's get out of here before Tket changes her mind.
Tket is not going to be happy later. I can already see that.
Thanks for sticking with us.
Right.
We've got a problem.
See, this is why you don't trust the person that shoots the hostage.
Terrific. This is what I get for buying it.
Don't worry. I'll be running it again. I just need a couple minutes.
Found another way back.
One more minute. Keep us safe.
No ships are attacking each other. What is it attacking us?
Move out of range. Don't want anyone sensing our warp trail.
Cloak's online again, and we're at a safe distance from the enemy.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I was ready to go the minute we warped into the system. And I'm doubly ready to go now. Not to tell you your business, but make it so, please.
Look at that. Is he on that bit shoot?
Wait, hold on, Mike. What, James?
Is he on that bit shoot site?
I don't know.
Maybe you should say something to him about it.
Some to who?
Who do you think, Natalie? Someone I can't say because I'm
did a
streaming.
great job keeping them all safe. Thank you for bringing them back in one piece. The 6th rule of acquisition says never allow family to stand in the way of opportunity. But what can I say? family means a lot
Except
to
for
me.
me to talk to
Brunt is ambitious, but predictable. We expected him to betray us, and we capitalized on it. Brunt made life difficult for the Nausicans who worked for Madron. That was a painful decision. Ask Dr. Bashir about that if you're interested. Brunt made the mistake of dealing with someone more ambitious than he was. Madron came to me shortly after Brunt made him an offer, and I made Madron a counter-offer he couldn't refuse. I think I just came up with a new rule of acquisition. It's not smart to turn down a deal with the Grand Aegis. I'm pretty sure Madron would agree with that.
So what now? What?
There's something I'm curious about. The Herc stole the Sword of Kalis from the Klingons a long time ago, but no one seems to know why. They didn't eat it, so there must be something about it they value. And we Ferengi are all about value. Perhaps the lab's sensors and equipment can tell us more. Maybe it's made of a rare, precious metal.
Let's find out.
I mean, just me as myself. I'm thinking if I upload a video
We'll see what happened to Brunt.
What can I do for you?
How is Brunt doing?
Well, he's got a deep contusion of the auricular lobe and a possible dislocated malleus. Normally, in a Ferengi, either condition could be fatal, but it seems that whoever did this to our friend here knew exactly how to keep the damage just this side of lethal. Luckily for the patient, he'll live. Unluckily, there's only so much modern medicine can do to numb this type of pain. Quark and Rom don't seem too concerned, though.
And they'll both pay for their crimes. Ah!
If you say so, Brunt, but the Grand Nagus has other ideas, I'm afraid. And I hear that Ferengi prison is unpleasant.
To say the least.
None of the Ferengi were willing to tell me what led to Brunt looking like he went 10 rounds with the Gorn heavyweight champion. Care to enlighten me?
Classified. He got a classified ass whooping. That's what he got.
Based on the scans, that carapace was around for quite a long time before Kalis made a weapon out of it. The blade material is over 4,000 years old, where the story of Kalis is roughly only 1,600 years old. Now, this is interesting. These readings indicate that the Sword of Kalis is made out of biological material with a germanium base. I'll need to run more tests to be certain, but I believe the weapon was fashioned out of a Herc carapace. This may explain their interest in it.
Well, I'm just saying it has to start somewhere, and me sitting around isn't going to help.
Okay, now where do I go? So over here I could hit? No. Oh, there we go.
I'm reading traces of multiple radiation types within the blade. Discounting the type that likely came from the Iconians, there are still clear traces of thermobaric and tetrionic radiation. I believe we could cross-reference Alliance and Dominion star charts and easily determine where these traces of radiation originated from.
Any conclusions?
We have a 4,000-year-old weapon made of a Herc carapace. My analysis of the radiation
made out
within
of
the
beard
blade
and
should allow
magma.
us to narrow down its point
Man,
of
I'm
origin.
disillusioned now.
I've had the computer working on that as we speak. Let's have a look. Cross-referencing all known Alliance and Dominion star charts, and voila! There's one system that contains all of the conditions we've isolated. Havas Kul, at the edge of Dominion space. It's possible we've just discovered the location of the Herc homeworld. We should forward this information to the appropriate parties at once. This could be the breakthrough we've been looking for.
Sounds impressive and valuable.
What?
Rule 21, Quark. Never place friendship above profit.
Aww. That figures. I wanted it.
Unbelievable. I knew Brunt was a snake, but Lek? Guess I should have known better. The bigger the smile, the sharper the knife. And Lek's got plenty of both.
He played us all for fools.
He's a fool if he thinks he can steal from me. I'll have every eliminator, bounty hunter, and pirate in the 4 quadrants gunning for him. No one steals from the Grand Nagus and lives to profit from it.
Klingons won't be happy if they find out.
Considering how angry my father is, the Klingons will be the least of Lek's problems. I haven't seen him this mad since he caught me... Well, we don't need to get into that. Despite everything that's happened, we'll hold up our end of the bargain. I'll be in touch when everything is prepared. And remember, this operation never happened.
I'll return to my ship. A few days later.
Think they bought it?
Completely.
Yes.
As far as they're concerned, the sword has been stolen. You might want to lay low for a while, though.
Opportunity plus instinct equals profit. Well done, brother.
The sword of Kalis, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
So will I, Grilka, once the payment clears. Pleasure doing business with you.
So, today, after relaxing a few times, I decided to go about and challenge myself.
I realized this was an unconventional mission, and it didn't go exactly as planned. Still, the data we discovered on the Sword of Kalis should be very helpful to the Alliance. We'll need to keep some of the details of the mission classified, of course. So, whatever you do, don't mention it to Moore, or the whole quadrant will know about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm taking Lex throwing knives.
This report on the recent Ferengi operation is quite unconventional. Historically, we have thought of the Ferengi as little more than misguided profiteers. They have no sense of discipline, no real military aptitude, and no loyalty. Despite that, a team of Ferengi executed a daring plan and showed courage, ingenuity, and a ferocious drive for victory. I am actually impressed. Many believe that those not of the Dominion are inferior. But if those not of the Dominion can aspire to the qualities that we honor, can we say the same of those within? What does this mean for our... Could a Jemadar be more than a soldier? Or a founder less than a god? We may not be ready to consider such notions, but in time, we must grapple with them. Because if the Ferengi can be valorous, then all the qualities that we ascribe to our foes and to our leaders are suspect.
And then all of a sudden, just the Moblin came around, and I forgot how long his reach was, and he just cut my head off. There were 2.5 hours of me scavenging and cooking and everything else. I swear to God, that game was smart too, because I actually set up a series of traps with the bombs and stuff up the mountaintop to where I knew that the I don't want to call him a Korra, but the orc guy, Onyx, the Hinox, that I knew that he was gonna go down, and I had everything set up. I threw down a boulder, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go. Come at me, bro!" And then it started raining. I'm like, motherfucker. So there went all of my fire traps. Okay, so after he's already up there and I'm running around in circles so he doesn't kill me, suddenly lightning storm.
Pick up my rewards I completely forgot about.
I started throwing down all of my metal equipment and just kept throwing bombs at him, knowing that more than likely he's going to be right near one of these metal, like, shields or whatever, and he'll get electrocuted. Well, guess what happened? The lightning storm stopped. It's like right as soon as the game figured out, like, oh, you see what you're doing, throwing down all your metal stuff? Yeah, it doesn't work now.
Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and stop streaming here so now they can have a conversation. Alright, this is Aro'nonkorr, and I'll see you.